Let me hang on to that.
Sure. Rick Boyer, attorney from Lynchburg, Virginia.
Can you spell your name too, Rick?
Sure. It's, Rick is R-I-C-K, Boyer is B-O-Y-E-R.
You think there's a serious interest in people in Virginia to become part of West Virginia?
I think there's no question. We started a Facebook group a little less than a month ago. It's over 2,000 members. We have well over 1,000 signatures on our online petition. We've had several boards of supervisors that have asked us to come and present to them how this will work legally and practically. But among the general public, among the ordinary citizens, there's all sorts of interest and expectation.
The magazine and assault rifle ban failed in their legislature over there. Does that take some of the emphasis off this, or you think you still have a problem?
We know we still have a problem. We had to rely on a couple Democrat votes today that we do not expect to be able to rely on. Redistricting is next year, and it's going to get worse, not better. We know we have a problem.
Does the mechanism, your attorney over there, this really hasn't happened since West Virginia happened.
This is correct, and before that, of course, Kentucky County, Virginia, which became the state of Kentucky. It's uncharted water, certainly, for part of one state to break off and leave another state. But we do have that constitutional right in Article 1, Section 3 of the Constitution of Virginia. You all have that in the West Virginia Constitution as well, that the people always have an inalienable, indefeasible right to alter, reform, or abolish their form of government if it becomes oppressive to their freedom. Much of Virginia at this point is convinced that's where our government has become, and much of Virginia is ready to exercise that constitutional right.
Is it a geographic thing, or?
You won't see Northern Virginia take West Virginia up on the offer. On the other hand, y'all don't want Northern Virginia. That's what we're trying to get away from. But I think the vast bulk of Old Virginia will absolutely be very, very interested in this. What you have, of course, is a huge influx of federal employees from Northern Virginia who have no allegiance to Virginia's history or its culture or its principles, and all they need is more of the government gravy train. At this point, that's what's dominating the voter rolls in Virginia, and those of us out in the country are really, well, we had 40,000 people in Richmond for the Virginia Citizens Defense League's lobby day, and we were ignored, we were laughed at, we were scorned. A huge percentage of Virginia is utterly unrepresented and scoffed at by their own government. Here we have a government right here that wants us.
All right, you feel confident that the House hasn't voted on this yet, it's already passed the Senate.
Understood, and that's why we came here today, was to encourage the folks in the House to thank Delegate Howell, to thank Governor Justice. Joe Jeffries was kind enough to show us around today. All the folks in West Virginia who still stand up for and defend those God-given rights that are protected by the Virginia Constitution, the West Virginia, and of course the United States Constitution. So we just appreciate what the folks here have done, and we hope to very soon be putting some feet to that on the Virginia side.
All right, thank you very much.
It's a long shot, but yeah, there's very serious hope. We want to reach out to our fellow Virginians, and we've made this offer to them. The governor has, bring the counties over on Howell. If you're in one of the counties that can't come over, then consider moving to one of the counties that did, or into one of the original West Virginia counties.
So this is really uncharted territory, as your friend said here. There's nothing really to go back on since West Virginia was formed.
Yeah, it really is uncharted territory. But what's different in the past, other parts of states have said we'd like to leave, but no other state says we're ready to take you on. That's what has changed here, and the people do have the right to self-determination, and we'd like to give them that option.
Let me shift gears on you a little bit here. You think we'll get a handle on the state property?
Yes, yeah, we'll get a handle on the state property. We've been working with the assessors in all 55 counties to identify the state